Today's sequence is working towards Grasshopper, which is an arm balance. So of course the sequence will be looking at upper body strength a little bit and also core. But also in the sequence is rotation, twisting, and outwards rotation in the hips. So it's really quite a selection of nice, interesting things together. 2 bricks would be useful but not essential. And of course, feel free to ask questions as always. Get in touch. Enjoy. Bring your hands out in front of you and interlace your fingers. Peel the palms open towards your heart and lungs and lay your hands on your chest. Close the eyes and tune in. Tune into the many systems of the body that just know what to do without you having to think about it. Feel this beating heart and these breathing lungs. And remind yourself that you can have a great amount of trust in yourself. And that as we move through the sequence and we try different things out, and we try some possibly sort of tricky versions of postures, how actually you always know which version to take. You always know which option is going to be the most helpful for you today, whether it's a little challenge or to ease back. And just to help affirm that, hear the words to this mantra. I always know what to do. This mudra is the gesture of unshakable trust. Trust in yourself. I always know what to do. Bow the head. Open the eyes. And lift the focus. Bring your knees up in front of you and come to sit like this with your feet planted onto the ground, your knees bent. Wrap your left forearm around your shins, spin your right hand behind you and open into a twist. Nice, let's just switch the forearms over. So the right forearm wraps around, left hand behind you. And again, you open the heart and lungs in that direction. Nice twist. And then you return back around, but this time you're going to cross your left shin over your right thigh. Flex the left ankle, that's very important later. And decide whereabouts feels good for you. I mean, you can open this out if the hip is feeling really tight, you just sort of open it out like a deck chair. If it feels pretty nice, pretty good to stretch like this, then bring everything up towards this imaginary kind of center line. And then you're going to take your left forearm, so the same forearm as your top shin, and mirror it. Wrap your left hand around that left foot, and then again, you twist to that open side. Return back around, unhook the leg and just try the other side. So right shin, decide how open. Are you going to have your deck chair or are you going to draw it up? Remember to flex your top ankle. And then you're mirroring your top shin with the same forearm. So right forearm comes across. You hook your hand onto the outer edge of the foot and again spin into a twist. turn yourself back around, unhook the leg, hold behind the thighs and lift your shins up. Cool, now you can stay here. Remember, you always know what to do. You always know which version is better for you. You stay here, or you can extend your legs and release your hands, Savasana. Zip the navel in towards the spine and stay with the breath. 3 more. 2 more breaths. Yeah, and 1 more. Excellent. And then bring your knees back in, cross the shins over and rock your way through into all fours. From all fours, take your left hand underneath your face, spin the right arm up and open to the sky and find a twist. Take that top arm, dive it underneath the body all the way across the ground and then lie the side of your head, the cheek down onto your hand or onto the ground. Push into your left hand, draw that right side back up again, and then bring the hand back down. Switch sides, right hand underneath your face, left arm spins up and open, breathe in. And then dive the left side underneath, all the way across. Lie the side of the head down on the ground. And then push into your right hand. Slide the left arm back out, all the way back up to the top. And then bring the top hand down. Tuck all 10 toes underneath. Rock the hips back towards your heels and find downwards facing dog. Rock the shoulders forwards over the wrists and find a plank position. Now lower your knees down onto the ground. Lower your knees down onto the ground. Take a breath in and just lower halfway towards the mat. So you bend your elbows, you're keeping your shoulders soft down away from the ears, and then extend your arms so you're back where you began. And then again, exhale, half lower towards the earth. Inhale, extend. 1 more time, breathe out, breathe in, and then all the way down onto your front. Breathe out, all the way down onto your front, and then roll the shoulders back and away. Peel the front of the chest off the ground, arms sweep down by your sides, the tops of the feet are on the ground, and you choose how much space you like between your feet. Just get a distance so that it feels nice on your lower back. And then replace the palms, rock yourself back to all fours. Tuck the toes underneath and then go back into downwards facing dog. So we're going to do that loop 1 more time. But the 3 half lowers to the ground, you can do with your knees off. So it's basically kind of like a push-up. It's pretty sort of strong to do that correctly with the shoulders in place. So if you want to do the version with the knees down with me, that's absolutely fine. I think that's a great version. So rock your shoulders forwards. You're feeling pretty comfortable about lowering halfway with the knees off. Then you rock your chest forwards so your elbows are on your wrists. And then you extend your arms. If you're with me, your knees are down, we breathe in. Breathe out, half lower. Inhale. Exhale, half. Inhale. And one more time, breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale all the way down onto your front. And then you choose your back bend. You can do the same as before, or you can roll your shoulders back and come into cobra, which is with the hands down. Or you can go to up dog, front of the thighs off the ground, all the way up. And then downwards facing dog. And then step or jump your feet towards your hands. Either is great. Coming into Uttanasana, forwards bend. Slide your hands up your shins, take the crown of your head forwards. And then hands to the hips, navel in and all the way up to stand. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, bring your hands down, down, down. Good, so hopefully you're up at the front of your mat. You're going to bend both knees and come into kind of a figure four shape with your legs. So let's cross the left shin over the right thigh and flex your top ankle. Remember, that's useful, that's pretty important. Flex the top ankle. You can keep your chair pretty high up. You can sink lower. You could even explore drifting your fingertips down to the ground or onto bricks. Nice. And then drift your chest up a little bit, unhook the left leg and step all the way back into a long high lunge. Spin the back heel down onto the ground and come into warrior two. From warrior two, extend front leg. It will perhaps be useful to have a couple of bricks nearby. So I got mine here, I'm going to set them up. You're going to reach your right hand forwards, 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 or your front arm forwards, 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 as your front hip moves back, back, back. Both of the legs are straight, and then you spin your right hand down, left side of your ribs, chest, heart, lungs, up, and find Trikonasana. Option to look down or straight or up to the sky. I think looking up is really the strongest, looking down is the gentlest. Both of the legs are extended, but try and resist the urge to lock the front knee. Not that easy. And really feel the rotation, the spin come from your ribs, from the middle part of your spine. And then draw your top hand down as you lift your back heel up off the ground and shorten your stance into pyramid pose. Now I'm going to grab a brick underneath each hand. I find that much more comfortable on my hamstrings and the backs of the legs. But just definitely make sure you've got a bit of space widthways between the 2 feet. So if you imagine they're on double yellow lines or train tracks as opposed to a single, they're not crossed at all. You could definitely be higher than this if you need to, just put your hands on a chair. Equally, you could have your hands on the ground. What is the back of your leg telling you it would prefer? So that you're in the realms of reasonable sensation. You can feel that in your body, I can't. So you always know what to do. Trust yourself. And then last little adventure, if you want to, if you feel pretty happy with your version, you can even explore off, over, slightly to the right. So you just go past your front foot and over, and then you'll probably be able to feel your IT band, the outer edge of your front leg. Good. And then walk yourself back. You can get rid of the bricks for a moment, just keep them close by. And step back to plank. Option for 3 half lowers. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, extend. Half lower. Extend. One more. Extend. And then you flip onto your right hand, lift the left arm and come into side plank. Your top foot is going to step just behind you. Draw the front of your pelvis up and come into wild thing. And then nice surprise, sit down. Weren't expecting that, were you? Or maybe you were if you come to my class actually. Cross your left foot over your right leg. And then again, you turn to the open side. So just like the twists at the beginning, the side that doesn't have the leg in the way, that's the side that you're turning. And just start to lean yourself forwards towards me. Yeah, lean forwards, lean forwards, lean forwards. You can rest on your hands or your forearms. And then you're going to look out at that extended leg and see if you can reach the foot with your left hand. If you can, then hold on. It might be that it's not quite there, in which case you can just kind of reach in that general direction and leave it at that. If you've got it, the other arm, the arm that's free, turns into a chaturanga arm. So remember those little 3 half lowers? Elbow on wrist. Yeah, that's what you're going to do now for a posture called baby grasshopper. So you rock your weight forwards, 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 and your pelvis is going to go back and up off the ground. The back is important to give you space for somewhere to go. Yep, so you rock your weight forwards, 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 and then your pelvis back and up. You sit back down. Good, and then you release your arms. Bend the underneath leg in, the one that's straight. You're still going to your open side because you're just going to go into downwards facing dog. Three more breaths here. And then you can jump or step to your hands. Slide the hands up the shins, hands into hips, and then up to stand, Tadasana. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Hands home. Bend both knees, cross right shin over left thigh, figure 4. Hover around here, or sink lower and drift your fingertips down to the ground. Bring the chest back up and then unhook that right leg, step the foot back, you're into a high lunge so that you can easily go into warrior 2, back heel down onto the ground. Arms span out as if away from the heart. And then inhale, extend front leg. Trikonasana, I like a brick for this one. On the outside of the foot, reach forwards, forwards, forwards. Lower the underneath arm and then spin the heart and lungs up and open. Unfurl the arm and reach through the fingertips. Both hands down. Perhaps pop a brick underneath each hand. Lift your back heel and set your feet onto double yellow lines. Final option, if you're already quite comfortable here, to safari over to the left, over past the front foot. And then come back central, rebend your front leg, gear in the bricks, and step back to plank. Again, 3 half lowers, optional. If you're feeling like you've hit your limit and your arms are really fatiguing, then you can just stay in plank. Otherwise, exhale half, inhale, extend. Exhale half, inhale, extend. One more, breathe out. Extend, and then flip into side plank. So you're coming into your left side now. Top foot steps back, front of pelvis lifts, and then you sit down. Cool. So your left leg is straight, so you're going to cross your right foot over the top. You're leaning to the open side, so I'm going away from you. You just lean to the side where you have space. And then you look towards your extended leg, and the arm that's closest has a little journey up towards the foot, and maybe it'll pick it up, maybe it won't. The arm that's free, your left arm, turns into a chaturanga arm, and here's a baby grasshopper. So this is like the junior version of the peak pose. Remember, pelvis goes back and up. The foot that's stamping onto the ground is really pushing, so you get a nice push down into the earth to get the lift. Okay, come back, bend the leg that's underneath. Keep going the open side, the open way. Downwards facing dog. And then just walk your hands and feet together and hang upside down in Uttanasana for a moment. Bricks under the hands, definitely an option. You're pretty comfortable there, you can cross your forearms and just dangle for a moment. And then release your hands again, hands to hips, hinge up to stand, and I'll show you the plan for the peak posture, and you just join and you layer up as much or as little as you would like. So it starts with this figure 4 shape. Make sure I've got enough space on the mat, yeah. It starts with this figure 4 shape. You start to sit yourself down, and then you need to add a twist. So you're going towards the top foot, and seeing if you can hook the arm all the way over and contact the sole of the foot with the top of the arm. Remember, your ankle is flexed, so you've got like a bit of pressure going through the foot and the arm. You don't have to go any further than that. If you can feel like you're already at your limit, then stick there. If you want to carry on further, search your hands to the ground. You need about a shoulder width between them, and rock the weight onto the arms, which are basically chaturanga. The foot scoops in, and maybe to the side. In theory, you can go out the way you came. Whoop. And then you take a break. I kind of favour this for a break time. And then a moment of soft ease. And then maybe have a go on the other side. Right leg crosses over left. You make your 4 shape. You turn to the top foot and you twist. Again, leave it at that, absolutely fine. If you're carrying on, take your hands over in that direction and leave about a shoulder width distance between the 2 hands. Turn your arms into chaturanga arms. Take the weight onto your hands and then just lightly pick your left foot up in underneath you. And if you feel strong, feel steady, then extend the leg out to the side. If you're thinking, not today, then stick with me. Bring yourself all the way back around and up the way you came. And then put your foot down. Well done. Not easy. Come to sit down. Roll down onto your back. And actually take one of your bricks. And roll down to your back. Lift your hips up. And just place the pelvis down on the brick. Allow the body to calm down by just elevating the feet. Take a deep breath in and sigh. Certainly you can close your eyes if you like. And if you find this quite hard to lift the legs, you could put space between the feet and you can have your knees bent. They don't have to be completely straight. It's more just that the pelvis is higher than the heart, the feet are elevated. And then you put your feet back down on the ground. You could stay here, or you could take your break a little higher again and come into a passive back bend. If you would prefer it to be an active back bend, then get rid of your brick, interlace your fingers behind your back and press your arms into the ground. If you want to go one step further and come all the way into full wheel and the hands go either side of the head, you push into your palms and take your shoulders off the ground, but that's really optional. And then push into your feet, lift your pelvis up off the brick, and slowly roll down the spine all the way back, down, 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 down. When the pelvis lands, maybe a very gentle rock of the knees from side to side. And you're getting ready for Savasana, you're getting ready to lie down and rest and do nothing. So what do you need now? Before that, do you need to collect a few props and things? Do you need to put your jumper back on, socks? Get comfy. And once you are comfy, just close your eyes. And notice your natural breath. Let it be in a calm, comfortable rhythm. Letting go of any stylistic breathing. Feel how this gentle breath moves the whole of the body. Feel how it spreads softness and ease throughout. And as all effort melts away, your body continues to know what to do. You can rest completely, safe in the knowledge that you are supported, you are held, you are safe. Feel the breathing deepen. And reach out into your fingers and toes. And then one by one, collect a leg at a time back in towards your heart, chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And then roll onto your side so you can press your way back up to sit. Sit as you're comfortable. Interlace your fingers. Feel your palms open and rest them on your chest. A gesture of unshakable trust. Your eyes are closed and the mantra drifts through you. I always know what to do. I always know what to do. I always know what to do. Bow the head. Open the eyes. And lift the focus. Namaste.